What's going on, YouTube world? Today I'm looking at the Roto Grip X3. Very excited about this one. Another hybrid. It gives me that hypercell look. Like once you get it in person, like on the screen, like the little computer generated thing doesn't look as much, but as soon as you get it, pick it up, it's exactly what it gives me, that vibe, the hypercell. So of course this is not a hypercell, but again, just curious to see what it does. Same layout as always. I'll flash that across the screen as well. You can see it. But yeah, man, we're gonna compare that to the reality check, and we're gonna see what these all look like. So I'm gonna get warmed up, and then we get to some shots. So I'm a couple shots in. The ball looks pretty good. Still, I think the telltale sign is really once I throw the reality check to see if it's faster or slower. And, you know, off rip, again, this ball is brighter, so it kind of gives you the illusion that it's hooking more. So I'm going to see once I pick up the reality check and see which one is actually faster, which one's cornering. But yeah, so I'm gonna give you probably about 2-3 more shots with the X3, and then we're gonna get to the reality check. So to give some more thoughts to, it looks like I can still play right with this. Looks like one of those bigger ASIMs, like a Speed, Polaris hybrid, you know, that you still can use, you know, kind of throughout the night. You can start this game one, and then you still can transition to it. So we're gonna see after I get more games on this lane and how it breaks down, and see how this ball actually responds. Actually, I'm going to finish this whole game, and I'll show you the score. I'll pan it up here in a moment. I'm doing a lot of strike with this ball. Being very honest, and guys, again, I'm leaving every shot in order. Again, I'm about to chop it up for time's sake, but I'm striking a bunch with this ball, like out of box. Me fresh off the street, this ball is doing what it's doing. Got way around that one. Oh man. So like I've thrown this ball a ton of different ways right now, just from, again, trying to move around, trying to get around the ball a little bit, move a little left, move a little right, and it's still striking. Like again, I'm not making this up. Like, but this is pretty fun, man. Let me show you the score real quick. First game with the X3, 276 out of box. Didn't change the surface, didn't do anything different. Threw it, tried a bunch of different angles, and that's what happened. Ball's not too bad. So we're gonna check out the reality check now and see what this ball really looks like, man. And again, 2 of the top end hybrids that's offered. So see what they do. That's crazy. So out of box for out of box, it seems still like the X3 is more down lane hook. So I'm gonna keep throwing the reality check a little more and let's see again. Give it a little more time. So far, the ball needs some friction for sure. Trying to move left on it, it didn't look as good as the X3 did. That's just, again, I see some people, reality check corners a lot harder than mine. I mean, I don't know, again, maybe it's a style difference that, you know, we're just seeing a bigger difference, honestly. But I'm gonna get this one a couple more shots and then we'll transition to my next angles. Then talk about the numbers. So when we look at it, the reality check is still just a pinch slower, even at the 4K fast. In the future, we will be doing one at 1500 grit polish, just to get an idea what this ball could look like at something that it may have come out with, different finish. But this X3, I don't care if it's at 4K, at 2000, polish. I think this one's just good. I think this just fits my game, it fits my eye, it's what I like to see. And man, it's definitely competing for that first ball out of my bag spot with the Polaris hybrid and Quantum Evo hybrid. So when we look at the numbers, this is why I believe it begins to make sense. The higher RG is pushing it down the lane a little bit more, retaining a little more energy, and it does a lot of differential. So again, all these factors make for a ball that wants to, you know, go, like it hooks off the break point. So for me, that's what I like to see. I don't want too much stuff. I'm not bowling on a lot of the harder stuff at the moment. So, you know, at some point, you know, I'll start doing regionals and things like that. Then the reality check might get a little more play because I want something a little tamer that I can predict. But for house, man, give me the X3 all day. like just being, you know, quite frank, you know, I see a lot of oil here at Sawgrass Lanes. So I want something that's gonna hook. The reality check is just a little too smooth for me, for my liking. But again, I understand why some people might like it. If you're on a higher friction house, the reality check is gonna be perfect. The X3 might be too much ball. So, but again, for me in my current situation, hey man, X3 all day. But if you're looking for that super tech review, man, go check out Luke Rosendahl. He's already put out several videos that all kind of explain even more detail and compares the covers and the cores to, you know, he just has so much more experience, especially in the Storm line specifically, like Storm, Roto, and Global. Like, again, he can just compare things that, you know, I'm not even familiar with. I haven't thrown the X1, so I wouldn't know. I'm talking about things that I know, like the reality check. So again, as we continue to throw these balls, man, it's gonna be some more and more content coming. And again, I'm just having fun right now, man. And this ball is just really good. Like again, this is definitely competing for that first spot in my bag. So we're going to see how that plays out, and I'll do another what's in my bag update here in a couple weeks. But as the league season gets ready to start. So if you like the ball, if you like what you've seen, use the links below to pick one up. That really goes a long way to support the channel. Until next time.